Hi kiddies, let's start our today's session. So the topic for the day is from Unit 2C, Measure, and the topic is using timetables. So I repeat, the topic for the day is using timetables from Unit 2C, Measures. You have already learned about this topic, using timetables, in your previous chapter, previous part of Measure. So it will be like a continuation in today's session. So before moving towards today's session, we will recall what we have learned about timetables in our previous session. So we'll start with the introductory part regarding the concept timetables. Here we will recall what we have learned about timetables. So we'll start with the definition of timetable. A timetable is a kind of schedule that sets out time at which specific events are intended to occur. So timetable means it is a kind of schedule which sets out times at which specific events are intended to occur. At what time, what event will be occur. So timetable is something like that. It is a kind of schedule that sets out time for everything. At what time, what event have to take place. So that is what we called as a timetable. Written or printed list of activities and the times what will be done. So this is also another definition of timetable. You can also define timetable like a written or printed list of activities and the times what will be done. So it is like a way like printed list of activities. So it is like a list of activities at the corresponding time of that particular activities that has been going to take in place. So that is what a timetable looks like. Some activities and its related time too. Or else you can define timetable like a schedule showing a planned order or sequence. So it is like a planned order. It's a pre-planned something because we are arranging a list of activities and that are going to be happen in this particular time. So it is a planned order or a sequence. Sequence, you know that something is arranged in connection with the previous thing. So it is like an order, step-by-step procedure. This particular thing will happen at this time. After that, this will, etc. will goes on. It may also refer school timetable, a table for coordinating students, teachers, rooms, and other resources. So timetable, this is a definition you are very much familiar with because you are students and you know timetable. I don't need to define or explain more about your school timetables because you know according to that particular timetable you are arranging the books for each day. So in your timetable that you know what subject, what period will comes in between what all time. So it is like which teacher will come the first period and the first period will be within between the what two timings, like suppose the first period is in like between 8 and 8:30 a.m. and that period the subject will be like this teacher will be taking the subject, everything is crystal clear in that timetable, right? So this is what actually in how or different ways you can define timetables. So this is about our introductory part regarding the concept timetable. All these things we have discussed in a previous session regarding the same concept using timetables. So this is the exact continuation of that particular session. Here we might be discussing some more questions regarding the concept timetable. Hope this is clear for you. Now we will move on to our application level of questions. Here comes your very first question. Martin dropped his digital clock. When he picked it up, he could not tell which way up it was. Write in words the two times it could be. So Martin dropped his digital clock. Somehow his digital clock was dropped out. When he picked it up, he could not tell which way up it was. So it may be from upside down or like something. Not maybe in the normal position, he might be taken that thing, or else it is like in the upside down, anything. So write in words the two times it could be. So this is the time shown. So see, this is a digital clock, right? So you don't know how, when the way you picked up it is in the correct way or not. You don't know how it is you picked in the way. Somehow you picked it up. So at that time, this was a time shown in the digital clock. So write in words the two times it could be. So there is a possibility of showing this two time in two different ways. How it is means you can read it from right to left or is from left to right, because you don't know which is the, when you pick up the digital clock, where either you picked it up in the wrong way or in the correct way. So you're confused. Now you are in a dilemma whether it is in the correct way or not. So the thing is, there is a possibility of telling the time in two different ways because you don't know the exact position of the clock right now. That's why the two possible outcomes came here. So how can you read it like this is the time shown in the digital clock right now? So you can read it from right to left or else from left to right. Like if you turn the digital clock, it will be showing another time. If you turn it up, it will be showing another time. So how will you answer the question is, there are two possibilities. So the first possibility is how you can see the time right now on the screen. You can read it like that. Now it is 10:11, which means 11 minutes past 10. That is 10:11. There is another possibility. That is sometimes the time may be this too. What is that? That is 1 minute past 11. That is the time may be 11:01. Now you understand how it comes? When it fall down, you picked it up. Martin's digital clock fall down, he picked it up. When he picked it up, he don't know actually the way he picked up the digital clock is in the correct way or not. So there is two possibility. The time can be 10:11. That is 11 minutes past 10 or 1 minute past 11. That is 11:01. So these are the two times you can tell. So is this clear? Shall we move to the very next question? Here comes your second question. Okay, actually this question is also a continuation of the previous question. These all are the connected questions. So later he means Martin itself here. Later he looked at the clock and knew exactly what the time was. Why was that? So already in the previous question it is mentioned that the digital clock has fallen and he took it up, but he don't know whether it was in the exact way he took it up. But in this question, later he looked at the clock and knew exactly what the time was. Why was it? So let's see the time first. Okay, now the clock, the digital clock shows that the time like 12:21. Okay. So now it is 12:21 and the question it says that now this time is the exact time. But how he realized that this is the exact time? So how can you say? Any idea why or how Martin came to a conclusion that this is the exact time? Can anybody? How it is means? See, when you read the time from right to left or left to right, you can see the time shows only one particular time, that is 12:21. Just look at the time right now, it shows 12:21. When you read out the time from the right to left of the screen also, you can see it is 12:21. So in both the way it is showing the exact time. So he concluded that now the time is exactly 12:21. Understand? The time shows now is 12:21, and the reason is the only time that can be read now is 12:21 because in any of the ways the time seems to be only the one, that is 12:21. That's why he concluded that it is the exact time. What is now? Is this clear? Okay, now we will move on to the third question. Write down 3 different times that look at the same on a digital clock, whichever way up it is. So in the previous question, I told that Martin looked at one time and he concluded that this is the exact time. Why? Because in whichever way he read the digital, the time with the digital clock, it looks the exact time. So in this question, you need to write 3 different times that look the same on the digital clock, whichever way up it is. So can you able to write 3 different times like that? In whichever way you look at, it seems to be the same time. So I will suggest you 3 different times like that as 11, 11. In whichever way you read it as, it will be 11, 11. Okay. Next one is 22. So that is, in whatever way or whichever way you read, you will be getting the exact time. The next one is 10, 1. These are the three different times you can write for this question. You can also write the time that we discussed in the previous question, 12, 21. That is also an answer over here. Why I didn't write over here is, in the previous question we just discussed it, so you know that will be one among the answer in the question. That's why I omitted that and wrote three different times. See, you can find many more time like this. If you're interested, you can go for another different answers that satisfies the condition that given in the question. So is this clear? Okay, now we will move on to the next question. Okay, the fourth one is, the next day Martin saw the time on the clock. He knew exactly what the time was. Why was it so? Okay, let's see the time first. So this is the time, 51:21. 51:21. So this is the time Martin saw on the clock. He knew exactly what the time was. Why? Do you have any idea why? With a single look, he knew actually the exact time, what the exact time was or is now. How? Because just think about that. Now the time on the clock shows like 51:21. Is there a time like that? We are only having a 24 hours in a day, right? 24 hours make a day. So the maximum time will be like 24. Now here it shows like 51. Is there any 51 hour? No. So this 51:21 is not the exact time. Then whichever way you can understand or you can find the exact time, just read in the opposite way, like 12:50. Yes, there exists a time like 12:50. So we can write the answer like, the exact time shown is 12:15, because you cannot have a time 51:21. So this is the answer. You know the exact time. Why? Because the reason is, there doesn't exist a time like 51:21, because there exists only a 24 hours in a day. So how come this 51 and all? No, not possible. So this is about the application level of questions that we discussed today in connection with the topic using timetables. Here comes your follow. This is your question. You have to be home by 3 o'clock. You look at your watch 6 times during the day. From each time that you check your watch, calculate how much time you have left before you should be home. So actually you have to do this question in your textbook page number 74. In that page you will be getting 6 different pictures showing 6 different times, and you need to calculate how much time you have left before you should be home. That you need to find out, keeping in mind that you have to be home by 3 o'clock. So just do that in your textbook, share it via Class Dojo. So that's all for today. Thank you.